What's going on, guys? Paranoid back here bringing you another video. What I got for you guys today is going to be part 2 to the How I Lost 100 Pounds Weight Loss Journey series. I'm going to probably make another video to this. I'm not sure if I'll get through everything today, and then tomorrow or right after this video, I'm going to have my meal plan that I went and literally what I ate when cutting weight for to go to MEPS, to go to basic training. I'm gonna detail my workout plan in a following video of what I was doing at that time, what I was doing for food and things of that nature. But in today's episode, we left off last time I told you guys that my grandparents had just decided to sell their house and I was living with them. In this video, we're gonna cover a couple of things of how, one of them was how I almost actually killed myself trying to lose weight. So let's get back to where we were. I was at about 237 pounds at this point. Lost, roughly 40 pounds so far, and we are in January. Now, there was a time crunch I got put into where I wasn't sure where I'd be living if I didn't lose the weight in time. So I was trying to shed the weight as fast as possible, but once you start getting into those lower weights, it takes a while. When I got to around 230 pounds, I plateaued. I didn't lose a pound for like a month and a half. I was just eating the same. I didn't change anything up. I was still doing the same cardio, I was eating the same. Everything was the same. At that time, I had no knowledge of working out. I didn't know what like lowering your caloric deficit. I figured, just keep eating healthy, which I was, and working out, you'll lose weight. But my body I needed less calories if I wanted to lose more weight, and I didn't know that. I didn't know where to go for information and things of that nature. So I struggled for a long time. And my grandpa started to get very upset because he thought I was just either binge eating, which at that point I wasn't. I was actually trying to cut. I stopped eating candy at night, like I told you in the last video, because I wasn't losing any weight. He was like, are you not working out hard enough? You need to be doing 2 days. I was doing 2 a days. I was lifting and running I was lifting in the morning or running in the morning and lifting at night. I'd run in the morning. I'd go to the gym with my grandfather at like 7:30. He'd walk on the treadmill and he'd do like some bicep curls, and I would run or bike for like 40 minutes. And then the afternoon, my buddy Mike Prag, one of my closest friends to this day, who I trained hard with during that run, him and I would go and lift, and we'd get like Chipotle or something healthy like after we'd lift, and that would be my dinner. When I'd lift with him, which I wouldn't lift with him every day. Sometimes I'd lift on my own, depending on his schedule. We'd have to line that up. But so as the clock started going, time started ticking down. I was running out of time. I didn't really have a lot of time, and at the time, I was like, I got probably 3 months until they move. And then they ended up selling, and then they got the house sold. And that's when I was like, crap, I need to go. I need to move now. I need to start losing weight. And I was, doing everything I could. I gutted my calories. I was eating like 1,200 calories and running. I was burning like 1,000 calories a day in cardio. Like, I was doing the most. I was literally hurting my body to get to where I needed to be. And that was a huge problem. Never push yourself that hard. I saw myself in a very bad scenario, and I was like, I just got to get there. I got to get there. So at some point, I went and stayed the night at my mom's house just to see my siblings and stuff like that. And I kind of just moved into my mom's again. It was really weird. It was a weird transition. We didn't talk about it. I just kind of started living there because she knew my grandparents were leaving. And at that point that I moved in with her, it was roughly late April, early May. And I was down to about 210 pounds, which is where my main meal plan, which I'm going to show you guys in tomorrow's video or the video after this, that meal plan came into play, and I lost a ton of weight very fast. So rolling into about April, I was probably around 225 pounds. It took me like 3 months to lose like 12 pounds, which that's a healthy weight loss. That is healthy. 4 or 5 pounds a month, a pound a week should be healthy normally. And so at this point, we're coming up on the hotter months, late April, early May, where I'm from. I'm from Northern California, like the Sacramento area. in late April, early May, you're already up in like the high 80s, low 90s. And so I had a workout regimen where I'd get up in the morning, and the first thing I'd do before I had breakfast was I would go and run. And then in the afternoon, I would run again. And the afternoon runs always sucked because it was always hot, like stupid hot. And I had a trail I'd run. It was like 4.5 miles, 5 miles. And it was up in the mountains behind my house. And I'd go up there and I'd run and I'd run and I'd run until I couldn't run anymore. And that's how it was basically. It was downhill, uphill, all sorts of winds. I'd take different routes every time to, just a different scenery. And I remember one thing that I'll never forget, and I might go show you guys that course one day, just drive over there and run it and just show you, or just even walk it so you guys understood. It was like 45 minutes each time. It was brutal. But I remember the hill on the start of it was an incline. It was literally like this, and I would run that. And by the time I even got to the top, I'd have to walk a little bit because I was gassed. Like my calves were burning, my quads were burning, and it was terrible. But I moved back in with my mom, and I went to the recruiter again, and he was like, dude, you're like right there. You need like 15 pounds. He's like, I'm going to book you a MEP state for like a month out. And I was like, dude, 15 pounds in a month? Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then it hit me. My brother used to wrestle, and my brother literally, like everyone on the wrestling team would water cut. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to water cut. Now, I'm going to tell you now, water, I carry this thing everywhere with me. This is a 64 ounce water jug. I got it at Walmart for $2. I'm going to take a sip real quick. I'm thirsty. All that damn talking. And so I found this water cutting regimen online. And of course, I know the dangers of water cutting. I know you can dehydrate yourself, and you can die if you, pass out and you're somewhere and no one's there. So what I was doing is I started water cutting heavy. But not only did I water cut, no, my dumb self did something even worse than just water cutting. I bought a sauna suit. And let me tell you, if you don't know what a sauna suit is, I'm going to put a picture of it on your screen right here. It literally just traps your body heat against your skin. It can't get out, so you just sweat profusely. I have pictures of I'll post the pictures like in here of what my body looked like. I think I have some of like the tile or like we had this like ceramic flooring outside. I don't know what it was called. It was just basically, it was cement, and it was dyed a certain color, and then they like made it into squares. It was weird. It wasn't like cinder blocks or anything, or like pavers. I don't know how to describe it. But I have pictures of where when I took my sauna suit off and the sweat fell out, there's just puddles of it on the floor. Now, there was one particular day where I was coming like the back end of my water cut, where I was only drinking like 12 to 14 ounces that day. It was like 4 days before MEPS. I was coming down the home stretch, and I wanted to get as low as possible for weight. Now, I did have, my Pedialyte and my water jug waiting for me when I got done. When I weighed in at MEPS, I went and killed an entire jug of Pedialyte basically. And I had some food because I also wasn't eating. Like, I was guys, if I can stress this enough, and I'll make it in another video of what not to do when losing weight, please don't do what I did. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you will never do what I did. It's dangerous. I was eating like a handful of spinach and some chicken. It was like a meal. And then I was literally eating mainly spinach and like 12 ounces of water. I don't know how I did it. Now I can't go like a week without wanting a Taco Bell burrito. Back then I was eating lettuce and spinach and water. So there was a day, I have a picture of that as well. I went and I ran, and on this particular day, the second I stepped outside of my sauna suit, I knew there was just something that just fell off, because it was hot. It was 109 degrees. 109. Now think about if you trap all your body heat. My body was probably at like 135, 140. Like my sauna suit was burning. So I go and I start my run. And about I got around the corner maybe, and I was already beads of sweat just rolling off my face. And so I continue going, and I get onto the end of the trail, and I'm about halfway through the trail. I'm probably like 3 miles from home, and so much sweat is pouring off my face. My phone, you know how when your phone gets hot, it overheats and it'll stop working until it cools down? Well, there's no trees. There's no trees. So I can't cool down. My phone's just overheated. I can, I don't have music. It's almost dead. I'm trying to get it, but there's so much sweat coming off my face. It's in my eyes and I can't see. Like my eyes are on fire and I can't walk. I feel like I'm running, but I'm barely moving. Like, when you're having a dream and you're running, but you're not moving? That's what it was. That's what it felt like. So I feel like I'm running, and I'm going, and at one point I sat down, and I had my water bottle with me, but I only had like 6 ounces of water for the rest of the day. I was like, if I kill this now, my body will feel a little better, but I have no water for the rest of the day. And so I was sipping it lightly. Like I'd tilt the bottle back like this, and I would like press this part. This wasn't the bottle, by the way. It was a small little shaker. But I'd press this against my tongue and let the water just sit on my tongue, and then I'd move it back forward just so it would wet my tongue. And there was a point where I sat down, I waited about 5 minutes, and I got back up. And as I started walking, my body gave out. I fell. And at that moment, I'm still 2 miles from home. It's up at that point. I think it had reached like 112. It's like the hottest day we had all summer, and I couldn't move. My body, I was frozen. I was frozen hot, not frozen solid. Like I was hot. My body was overheated, and I like slowly started like to try to pull my sauna suit like shirt off. And as soon as I lifted it above my stomach, like the second air creeped in, even though it was 109, 112, whatever it was, my body started to cool down. So I took the shirt off and I'm walking. Like I got up and I started walking, and I can't see. I can barely see. And I'm going, and I kind of know the trail. And someone sees me. And they're riding their bike. It was like a grown man. He saw me. He's like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just got to get home. And he knew what I was doing. And so he like rode next to me like the whole way back, the whole mile, as I like jogged home. And I got inside, and I would always take an Epsom salt bath after I ran. And so I put my Epsom salt in the hot water, which I don't know why I chose to do hot water. I don't know why. And I sat down in the bath and I passed out. And I woke up because someone called my phone, but my phone was across the bathroom and I couldn't answer it. So I like crawled out of the tub, and I like started drying off. And I was like, my skin was like, it was cool to the touch. It was so weird, but my body was just done. And I walked out of the bathroom and I fell and I hit the ground. And my dog, who has now passed away, there's a video on my channel talking about that. She was like my best friend. She heard me hit the ground and came from downstairs and was like licking my face because she could tell I was not in good shape. And she like, I felt her like crawl in next to me, like pin herself next to me. And she laid there, and I woke up like 20 minutes later, and I don't know what it was. Like the AC in the house cooled me down. I was still dehydrated as all could be. And I was just laying there, and I saw her, and she like started licking my face again to like, get me to wake up. And I was able to get up. I drained the bathtub, got my phone, called my mom, because she had called me and she asked what happened, and I told her. And it was a scary moment. But I'm going to end episode 2 right there. We're about 2 months out from MEPS. Right now I'm weighing in at about that morning I weighed in at 198. The next morning I woke up at 193 pounds. I lost 5 pounds in a day. Don't do it, guys. But we're going to stop there. I'm also going to put, I think I did show that picture. If not, I'm going to post the picture right here of what I looked like that day. And yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. We're going to have one more episode, and then following this episode is going to be my meal plan for what I ate to like close out my cut. when I was like getting down before I started my water cut. And yeah, so if you guys are enjoying, don't forget to hit that like button for the algorithm, get it out there, get the video out there, to pop up in some more people's recommended so other people can hear these stories. I'm enjoying this so far. As I look right now, current video is at 300, and here I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see. Current video is at 329 views, 224 in the last hour, which is incredible. And then we're over here watching some Graham Stephan in our meantime, learning about stocks and money. That's what I like. But if you guys did, like I said, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias. They'll be in the description. Like I said, tag me and stuff about your fitness journeys. I'd love to see some transformations. I'd love to follow some of you, get some inspiration and workout ideas. But like I said, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my social medias. They'll be in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. I love you all. And stay paranoid.